Hi there, I'm Laura Wilson. I can hands down say that writing a book and having my book published has hands down been like the best career move, best thing that's happened to me career wise. This is my book, The Alkaline 5 Diet. I got a major publishing deal on Hay House in April 2015. Well, that was when my book was released. I got the deal a year before. And having a book published has allowed me to do things like this, get on the front cover of magazines. I'm regularly featured on radio interviews and podcasts and things like that. So yeah, I've written 8 books so far in my life, and this is the first book that I've had major published. So yeah, writing a book and publishing a book is really very rewarding. It's often cited as one of like the world's most popular goals. It's always in the top 3, along with like blogging and losing weight. And I can attest to the fact that writing and publishing a book it's wonderful. It's a really wonderful experience, and I can see why it's in the top 3 goals because everybody has a pocket, at least one pocket of expertise and experience that they just want to share with the world. For me, it was health and diet is my main one, specifically like a raw food and alkaline diet, vegan. But for you, it might be a biography of your life, it might be fly fishing, it might be history, it might be geography, it might be, I don't know, deep sea fishing or diving. Um, but yeah, we all have this desire to get out what's inside of us and what we think that we can make a meaningful contribution to the world with. So that's why writing a book is such a desirable goal and such a thing that people want to achieve. It's not necessarily easy, obviously, to write a book. It takes effort. It means you've got to sit down and like organize your thoughts and write them down or type them down on your computer. It takes concerted effort, unlike doing just a blog post or a Facebook update, or a letter. It requires a longer approach. It requires having like a blueprint and an outline and a framework, and it requires you to really organise your thoughts, which is why it remains on people's goals list but never gets onto the done list for most people. And then even those people who do go ahead and write a book, oftentimes, and I was guilty of this for a number of years, oftentimes that book will sit on their hard drive on their computer and never see the light of day. So that's even more tragic because the book gets written but it never actually gets to go out and benefit people in the real world. So if you can write a book and have it published, then it's really a major achievement, and I would thoroughly recommend that you do that. So what are the barriers to it? Well, yeah, we've talked about a couple. It's difficult, it requires time and effort. What if you're not a good writer? What if you're not very good at organising your thoughts? What if you don't know your topic even at the moment? I just want to give you a few tips to say you should really go for it, because I managed to write this book in a matter of, okay, it took me 10 years to gain the kind of knowledge and expertise, but I'm assuming you've got expertise in a particular area. So this book actually took me around 4 months to write. My editor and I went back and forth for about a month after that, but it was pretty much done in 4 months, and I wrote for about 2 or 3 hours a day for 3 or 4 days a week. So that was that done. My other books have taken a similar amount of time. So how do you get a book deal? Well, here's how I got a book deal in a nutshell. Number 1, I started a website and marketed it, learned SEO, search engine optimization, and managed to build a subscriber list by giving away a free book that I wrote, recipe book, and managed to gain 15,000 website subscribers from around the world. Secondly, I gained a lot of testimonials, so built a lot of proof that my books work, that the content of my books work, people saying your book is excellent, it's really helped me. So I gained hundreds of testimonials and put them aside and took them along to my publisher when I got my book deal. Number 3, I live authentically to what I was writing. So my book was on diet and health and how to look young and energetic and have a lot of energy and reverse disease and all that kind of stuff. Well, I'm 35, I look a lot younger, I'm an ultra marathon runner and a nutritionist, so I've built my credibility. That was the next step. And then from years of marketing consulting and sales and strategic sales and all that kind of stuff, that's the other side of my business. I took all that to my meeting with my publisher and really, nailed it in the interview. I had, I think, 6 people from the publishing house interviewing me, and I was able to bring my A game to that meeting, and that's what landed me the deal. So yeah, it's as simple as that, really. Okay, so if you're thinking that that is difficult, it is. So the reality is that most people will never get a major publishing deal. Not to put you off, but the statistics my publisher gave me, Hay House, they said that they receive around 35,000 manuscripts per year, book manuscripts, and they only take on 12 of those to publish. And of those 12, only 2 get published in the UK and the US and around the world, and mine was one of those. So yeah, 2 in 35,000. I was one of those this year. So yeah, it's difficult. So what's the alternative? Obviously, the alternative in this day and age is to self-publish. Self-publishing throws up a whole new set of problems. How do I write the book? I'm not going to get any guidance from anyone. How do I market the book? How do I produce a cover? How do I get it uploaded? And, what about proofreading? So, yeah, a whole new set of problems. So, here's the thing. There's an amazing guide that's available for free just for the next week or so online. It's by Chandler Bolt from Self Publishing School, who's produced this guide called Launch Your Book. It's I think, let me check, 72-page guide on how to write and publish your book. Even if you've got no concrete idea on what to name your book and the kind of direction to go in, even if you're not very good at writing, and even if you've never sold a book before, it will show you how to write, get your book done, publish it and market it and make sales of your book within around 3 months. You can take longer if you want, but you can get it done in 3 months. So that would be my best advice to you. I've been in publishing now since 2008, so I've got a lot of experience behind me of both self-publishing. My first 7 books were self-published, and I've sold tens of thousands of dollars of those books all around the world since then. I've also had a major book deal with Hay House, and I've sold thousands of books with a major deal as well. So I've got a lot of experience. I've also held seminars with world-leading book publishers like Raymond Aaron and various other people on how to write and publish books. John Lee, Vincent Wong. So yeah, I know what I'm talking about to a degree, hopefully. So here's my best advice to you, and that is to grab yourself a copy of this guide, How to Launch Your Book, from Chandler Bolt at Self Publishing School. You also get a free video series which goes through the nuts and bolts of how to write your book and get it published. So I really hope that helps. Click the link below and that will take you to either my blog post, which has got the link to the book, or straight to the book, depending on when you're watching this. So yeah, hope that helps. It's an amazing feeling to write a book and have it published. Just a few benefits that I've experienced. I regularly get asked for radio interviews. Yeah, I'm on like magazine covers and things, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I've made a lot of passive income. Obviously, once you've written your book, it's out there selling for you while you're doing other things. So it's a great way to cut that link between your time and your income, to have a residual investment, if you like, working for you and making you money over the long term. It immediately increases your authority in your marketplace as well. I work in a very competitive niche in health, and it's enabled me to establish myself and differentiate myself as the go-to person in my area of health. Yeah, and it's just great to be able to reach hundreds of thousands of people all around the world. I'm based in the UK, but I'm able to reach people in Australia, America, Mexico, Africa, Asia, which is amazing. So I can see why writing and publishing a book is on the top 3 of people's goals worldwide. It's certainly, in my experience, been as rewarding as I expected it to be, if not more. It's opened so many doors for me, and it's enabled me to help lots of people make some good money. So go and grab your free copy of How to Launch Your Book. And yeah, and mail me if you want at laura@laurawilsononline.com with your stories or questions. And if I can help you in any way, then I will do. Okay, thanks very much. Bye bye.